All right, Sam. We're cranking.
The following presentation is a Deej Experience production and may not be recorded, rebroadcasted, or retransmitted without the express written permission of Deej Experience LLC. For more information, visit us online at www.deejexperience.com.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm back at it. Only like to win, it's like a bad habit. If I took a loss, see how that blasted. We play me again, then I'm stat padding. Looking at the numbers, see who's hearing it. Watching all the hype go disappear again. Giving you the picture, see how clear it is. I'm high quality, like I am Deej Experience. I'm way up, seems like I've been at the pyramids. Give me an opponent, and I promise I ain't fearing it. I got so much I can lose, but game when I've been reading this. Why you see a mirror, cause I'm closer than I appear in it. Grinding and grinding, and then I put another gear in it. Driving and driving, but you don't have no one to steer ship. Back on the topic, if you knew half of my logic, you wouldn't have no more problems, but now you know what interference is. Whoa, wait up, scoring down, stay up. Tom Brady with the comeback, you know it ain't luck, so pay up my respect, don't reject that game nuts, better hang up the white flag, you fight back, think you nameless, so tell me what the time say. Game time, why they think that they could ever outscore me?
Gets it through, here comes the shot, and that's it!
For the entree, fast break, one man to beat, got it all day.
Still without risk control.
Doing this for all my life.
Looking for the
You don't want to waste my time.
And this one hammered.
If you want to
Deep
test my
left.
grind,
Going,
better get up next in line. Competition left to dry. They could never get in my mind. Please slow it down, I'm a beast on the ground. I'll unleash for the crowd, play me up. One man band, I'ma run it back. You give me the chance, I'ma run it back. Just looking at a champ, I'ma run it back. Put the ball into my hands, I'ma run it back. I'ma run it back. I'ma run it back. You're looking at a champ, I'ma run it back. Put the ball into my hands, I'ma run it back.
Come on, third.
Check out the roof, no. If I do fail, I don't have nothing to lose, so I'ma go until I crash to a new low. Still leaving, then I'll bounce back like I did. See how I facilitated, you get humiliated. I'm making something from nothing cause I'm too innovative. I'm making records so I feel better for when I break it. It's for my pleasure, but I would never let you go take it. I'm kinda like that, I don't just write raps. You put the ball up, and I'ma spike that. That means I put it down, watch me throw it while you're down. Kinda like a quarterback, I take your crap and throw it out. We can go back and forth like Serena, just know I'm the home team. I pack out arenas and arenas, cover the side of where we from. So after I'm finished, it's all gonna be love. Still in my bag and they still wanna be us, but I don't think no one will actually become as great as my team is. Cause I got a team of some Hall of Fame players, not to mention Jesus. Doing this for all my life. You don't wanna waste my time. If you wanna test my grind, better get up next in line. Competition left to dry. They could never get in my mind. Please slow it down, I'm a beast on the ground. I'll unleash for the crowd, play me up. One man band, I'ma run it back. You give me the chance, I'ma run it back. You're looking at a champ, I'ma run it back. Put the ball into my hands, I'ma run it back. I'ma run it back. I'ma run it back. You're looking at a champ, I'ma run it back. Put the ball into my hands, I'ma run it back.
Welcome afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm the one, the only Dewey Hurd, and alongside me for the wild ride here today, this afternoon, is the one and the only Sam Fisher.
Yes, thank you for having me, Dewey. It's always fun getting to cover a game with you, and today we have a very good one between Corry and the Seneca Bobcats.
Yeah, Corry back home after a couple of toughies on the road as they dropped a 5-0 decision to the Sagertown Panthers on Monday. and then they traveled out to Fairview to take on the Tigers on Tuesday and dropped a very tough one there, 4-3. And Sam, they look to rebound here today against Seneca, and it's not going to be an easy one.
No.
They're going to have their hands full of Bobcats here tonight. And just to give you an example of where the Seneca sits, they beat up on Union City 15-7, and Union City got a win against Corry earlier this year in a little bit of a rainstorm, 9-7.
Yeah.
So that's a little snapshot of the season, a little bit there, but they're going to have their hands full here, and not out of reach by any means, but they're going to have to work hard to get the W here today.
Yeah, and trying to recall that game that Corry had against Union City, they were down, and they were in some trouble of getting that a 10-run rule against them, and then they had stormed back and made it very close. It was 9-7, but they just didn't have enough time there at the end. So Corry can definitely play ball here against really any team, but they have to get it going and hopefully early.
Yeah, have to get it going early here. So let's get into our Snap Fitness 3 Steps to Success as we roll on here with our Box It and Lock It pregame show. Our first step to success today is hits after hit.
Yeah.
We got to find a way to put some hits together.
Yeah, and that was the biggest thing against Fairview, because we had those hit numbers, but when you're not able to chain them together, then you're not able to advance the runners as often and as easily, and then get those runs in. And so when they did get hit after a hit that came late in the game, and again they just didn't have time to come back and get the victory against Fairview. So today, important hit after hit.
And the second step is let's keep constant pressure. Don't let up. Get your foot on that gas pedal, smash it to the floor. Constant pressure on your opponent here today, and make them make plays.
Yeah, and it has to be from inning 1 all the way to inning 7 if it goes down that far. So they have to be able to get runners on the base pads, keep on being aggressive, and make Seneca make those plays like you said. And
the last step to success here today, let's make our routine plays. A pop-up in foul territory that you can catch, you need to catch it.
Yeah.
A ball hit to you and right to you in the outfield, you got to make the catch. You just got to make the routine plays.
Yeah, and we have seen some more uncharacteristic errors made from Corry, and it's not something that they should be too concerned about, because it doesn't happen in bunches. But at the same time, these are the types of plays that you look back on and you say, hey, against a really good team, these are the ones that we need to have to keep us in the game. So make the routine plays, and you will get the victory tonight.
So that wraps up our Snap Fitness 3 Steps to Success. It'll roll us over into our Corry Higher Ed Spotlight Player of the Game on the stream deck.
Oh.
On the stream deck. Well, you found it there. Either one will work.
Okay, either way.
Going with number 9. Goodwill, playing center field. Look for her to get that big stick going again for the offense and get things back rolling. And she's just been solid in center field, making great plays out there and getting the ball back into the infield quickly. Just a solid performance defensively. We just need to see her get her stick back going again.
Yeah, and that is going to be the most important thing for her is continuing to light that spark on the hitting side of things. And we already know in the center field she is pretty automatic, makes all the great catches and all the great throws, but that is going to be needed here from their senior leader Mara Goodwill, and hopefully they can get those bats rolling against a good Seneca team.
Yeah, so last game of the regular season is both teams are prepping for the postseason. I'm pretty sure both teams are going to qualify in their respective classifications. So Beavers looking to tool up and hopefully roll into the playoffs on a winning note as opposed to skidding in on a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, and that is going to be the most important going into the playoffs, and that doesn't really matter what sport that we are talking about here. You want to build all that momentum there late at the end of the season, and while they have dropped the last 2 games, if they can turn around against a very good Seneca team and they can get things rolling, then it's going to feel like nothing really ever happened, and they'll be feeling good going into the playoffs.
Yeah, you always want to hit the playoffs playing your best ball or playing at your peak performance as a team and a unit. So we'll see what the Beavers can do here today against the Seneca Bobcats. As we got one more thing to do here in the Box and Lock It pregame show. We got to go through the Harvest Community Church weather report, and that's down right there.
Yep, got it on here. And so it says 42 degrees, and I do believe that, yeah, it is going to be very cold. You know, I love the shaggy noise that you had made, because that is beautiful for the occasion. But, you know, I can't see the feels like temperature on here. I'm sure it'll come up, but
well, I'm
yeah.
sure it's not feeling like it's 80 out there, so it's quite cold out there.
Yeah, no, it is not feeling any warmer than 42 degrees, as there is no sun out here to be seen. There is wind, and yeah, you know, it's not great conditions, but you know, this is northwestern PA, and that's what you got to live with when you're playing softball.
Yeah, so thanks to the Harvest Community Church for supporting us with the weather report. As I don't think we have to worry about the UV index out there today.
Not at all.
We have a couple different shots here. It's a little different setup for us here today, as we're up in our home booth here, and we have some extra equipment to work with. And I did slide the scoreboard to the top of the screen just because of the one shot that we have here today. But yeah, so we're going to have a couple different looks in there. We'll have a home plate view there that you see on the screen there, and then we'll also have a pitcher circle here, and then the rest of the infield on that view there. So we'll try to on short notice, get as much as the play that we can in there, but we're kind of handcuffed here. We're coming out of work to get set up and get rolling, so didn't really know what we were going to have when we came into it. I had some technical issues that somehow somebody miraculously got corrected for us, so we're in good shape here for the broadcast.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, that's why it is good to come up early like you normally do, and you know, get everything set up and squared away. And that's what the Beavers are going to have to do, is, you know, they're going to have to, you know, get everything prepared mentally. And, you know, as they were warming up, I am sure that they were thinking about, hey, you know, we didn't get our hits strung together in those last couple games. And, you know, we're going to have to if we want to beat Seneca today.
Well, I think they need to take one key away from, and we kind of laughed about it in the broadcast against Fairview, but Lily Kent got up the bat, and she swung at a pitch that was out of the strike zone, but she made solid contact with it, and she put it into play and got a base hit out of it.
Yeah.
And, you know, see the ball, hit the ball, make good solid contact, and, you know, force the other team to make a play. And that's what they're going to have to do to get to string a bunch of hits together. So see the ball, make good solid contact, and put it in play, and then hopefully you find a hole out there that you'll get some Casey's Express base hits or some Sawyer Builder doubles, or even maybe a couple of Piece B at the Hive triples.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the Beavers can do here as they're back on their home field and looking to hit the playoffs on all cylinders here, as they're going up against the Seneca Bobcats here today. But you know, they just settle in. It's a nice, comfortable position to be in here at home, and you know how the field's going to bounce, and everybody's in their normal spots. So a little comfort to be back at the usual positions, and you know, you can relax a little bit and just let your mind take over and perform at a high level here.
Yeah, and you know, for the people that don't really know how big of an advantage it really is to play at home, Corry, they've been playing pretty much their best ball here at home. I don't have any of the numbers to back it up right now at this moment, but you know, they have played region games, and you know, anytime that they play at home versus away, you know, it looks like they're always scoring more runs, and the difference between them and the other team is much larger here at home. So, you know, yes, they do know how the ball bounces, and they have the crowd behind them. And, you know, I'm sure that they're just you know, used to playing here, and they don't have to take a road trip, and that should play to Corry's advantage tonight.
Oh, real quick here, Sam, we're going to have to get the J. Gill Heating and Plumbing starting lineups out here. Leading off for the Beavers will be number 10, Minio, playing second base. In the second spot, 14, Bridgham in left field. And I'm not going to be able to get through it, so we're going to skip it and go right to the Fox Family Insurance opening pitch here, as Gertie is in the circle here for the Beavs. And stepping in is Hamill for the Seneca Bobcats. It'll be number 14, Hamill, leading off. She'll play short, as Gertie's going to rock and fire. And that's a little low for ball one.
So here we go, Dewey. I mean, you know, Braylon Gertie, she had a tough one there at Fairview. So, you know, we'll see if she can get rolling here in a hurry.
And that was inside, ball 2-0. So after Hamill, it'll be Primavera playing. That's going to be the pitcher. And there's a called strike. That'll push the count to 2-1. And then the ever dangerous Farrell will be batting third. She's number 25, and she's the catcher for the Bobcats, followed by number 22, Matson, playing third base. And that's fouled off at the plate by Hamill, and that'll even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on the UTEC Body Shop foul ball. After Matson, in the 5th spot will be number 19, Russ, playing first base for the Bobcats. In the 6th spot is going to be number 6, Gottschling, and she'll be second base. Number 17, Kororowski. And that's hit foul, and a great play there by Taylor. She stayed with it, gets the pop up in foul territory, and that's the first Vernon's Garage out of the inning.
And that is a great way to start off the inning because, like you had mentioned, Dewey, you know, if you can get some of those pop-up foul balls and, you know, you can catch those outs, then that's going to play to your advantage. So it's a huge catch there from Ava Taylor.
Primavera comes to the plate now. And they called that fair. It hit the umpire in foul territory. But Primavera is going to get down to second base with a Sawyer Builder double. He was standing in foul territory to hit the up in foul territory. I can't see how they called that fair.
I'm not too sure, but I didn't have a great look on it. But either way, Seneca now with a runner on second.
As Farrell will come to the plate. Gertie rocks and fires. Just a tick low for ball 1.
And this is Farrell that we watched during the basketball season, right?
Correct. And Gertie finds the riverbank for a called strike there. Evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm back at it again, Sam.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not going to let it go this time.
Right in a hurry. I mean, you know, a couple batters in, and here it is. Riverbank is open.
And that's dribbled right in front of the plate. And no play, and they're going to have runners on the corners as Farrell beats out the infield hit. Casey's Express infield hit, and Seneca's got something going here early on with back-to-back hits here. A swinging Bracken Funeral Home bunt there. As that'll bring Matson up to the dish now. Gertie checks the wristband. And she'll come set, put it in there. Called strike, and Farrell down to second base with a stolen base. Uncontested stolen base. So now Seneca has 2 runners in scoring position, and the force out, or the double play ball is kind of taken away. And another called strike has Matson in the hole, 0-2. So a Rossbecker strikeout would be huge here, Sam.
Yeah, as there's only 1 out on the board and runners on second and third.
And that's fouled off at the plate. Another UTEX Body Shop foul ball. Count will stay at 0-2. Gertie back to the circle with the ball. And she'll quickly check the wristband, rocks and fires. And it's a Rossbecker strikeout. And like you say, Sam, got her looking. And that was a huge strikeout. And that puts the second Vern Garage out on the ball. And Beavers 1 out away, getting out of this trouble in the top of the first inning here. J.H. Napa Auto Parts first inning. As Russ will step to the plate. And that's low and inside for ball 1.
Yeah, a huge strikeout from Braylon Gertie. And, you know, we had mentioned that Braylon Gertie doesn't throw a ton of Rossbacker strikeouts in a game, but, you know, she does. Oh, looks like there's a courtesy runner coming in there for Farrell.
Yep.
I don't see a number on
I think
her.
that's number 1.
But, yeah, I mean, Braylon Gertie doesn't throw a ton of Rossbacker strikeouts, but she throws it and, you know, makes it very difficult to still hit off of her pitches.
And that's a little upstairs for ball 2, 2-0.
So if, she could string together, multiple Rossbacker strikeouts, that would be huge for this Beaver team.
And missing with that last pitch again, makes it a 3-0 count.
Three-0 now, has to put this ball in the strike zone.
Popped out of play. That'll push the count to 3-1.
So Seneca, they were given the green light to swing away if they liked it on a 3-0 count. And that same green light's going to apply with a 3-1 count.
And that's Adeline Barber. Pinch running down at second base. And we have a Mons Merch payoff pitch up coming here, as Rush had fouled off that last pitch. So a full count. Gertie rocks and fires. And that's hit down the left field line. Bridgham coming in, makes a diving catch.
Oh.
And that will end the inning, as she read that well off the bat and made a nice catch in left field to end the inning. Beavers get out of trouble. And we'll head to the bottom of the first, still scoreless. So we'll get a couple words in from some of our sponsors and be back right after this.
The Corner Bar and Grills is conveniently located in downtown Corry, and the kitchen stays open until 10 p.m. to accommodate your schedule with late games and events. Can't make it to the game? Come watch it at the Corner, where they stream all the games. Cheer on your team while you enjoy our newly expanded menu of appetizers, salads, wings, burgers, and weekend specials. Their family-friendly dining features multiple dining options with their full menu available for dine-in, takeout, and easy online ordering. Don't feel like leaving the house? The Corner is Corry's only full-service restaurant available for delivery on DoorDash. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook, and check out their website at www.cornerbarcorry.com for updates on weekly events, live music, and daily specials. Stop in at the Corner tonight, where friends and family meet.
We're getting ready to get back into our regular schedules. Kids are going back to school, thank God, and we are getting back into our normal routine from the summer. It's time to get back in the gym. This is Bob Brown from Corry Snap Fitness. If you were a member before, come on in and mention this ad, and I will get you a break of rejoining. If you've not been in the gym, get off your butt and get in here before the holidays, and we can get you in shape and get you going and get success. Don't forget, it's all about how you feel. This is Bob Brown from Corry Snap Fitness. Have a great day.
Welcome back to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd here on the call with Sammy Fisher, and we're in the bottom of the first inning as Minia will lead things off here. And Primavera misses with ball one. It's the usual lineup here for the Beavers here today, Sam. Minio, Bridgham, and Goodwill lead things off as Minio takes a called strike there. Evens up the count at 1-1 strike. Followed by the top three is Taylor, Yetzer, and Kemp. And then Moats, Gertie, and Irwin to round up the lineup. And Minio hits that to the fence. I mean, she's going to have to hurry. Oh, the cutoff on the relay allows Minio to get in with a Sawyer Builder double. And that's how you do it. She hit that right off the fence to straightaway center field. And now we see if the Beavers can string some of these hits together and get the get that first coin across home plate.
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge swing there from Sydney Minio. She was able to get that one to the fence like you had mentioned. And, these pitches are coming in hot. So, that was a pretty good swing from Sid Minio.
That was well upstairs for ball one. As Bridgham able to lay off of the rising cheese. And again, upstairs, ball two, 2-0.
Jazzy Bridgham being patient here in the batter's box, and see if we can get any pass balls here as these pitches are a little bit upstairs.
Well, that's fouled off first base side for strike one, pushing the count to 2-1. Minio back to second. Primavera will rock and fire. And swung on a miss there by Bridgham. Will even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's well upstairs for ball 3. And we will have a Munns Merch payoff pitch upcoming here as the count is full.
No outs on the board still, so this is a big turning point here for the Beavers.
Swung on a miss. That's a Rossbecker strikeout, and there's one away.
So now that's going to bring up the Eradicator, Mara Goodwill, and she is our Corry High Ed Spotlight Player of the Game.
Primavera will rock and fire here. And that's upstairs for ball 1. Minio safely down at second with a leadoff double. Beavers trying to get her home. And that's upstairs, ball 2. Kind of a reoccurring theme here. I know it's early in the game, Sam, but early on here, Primavera is a little high on the pitches. As Goodwill come up empty on that swing to push the count to 2-1.
Yeah, so Seneca's going to have to work on getting those pitches down, but either way, Mara Goodwill is so dangerous there in the batter's box.
Mara let that one go. Pushes the count to 3-1 now. And that's a ball 4. A Crossroads Fellowship walk will put runners on first and second now.
And Mara Goodwill is going to take that, but, I mean, you already know that she would love to swing away and, see if she can make something big happen. But either way, now we have Ava Taylor coming up to the plate.
Taylor starting third baseman for the Beavers. Wait for her to get in the box as she finally settles in. Primavera will rock and fire here. And that's upstairs, ball 1. So the trends continue here. Well, Primavera finally found the zone there. Evens it up at 1 ball, 1 strike. As Taylor watched that one come in and through. And that's upstairs, ball 2. 2-1.
Yeah, right now it is hard for Primavera to, find that strike zone.
Well, she found it there to even a count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Taylor's going to have to protect. Get a ball put into play. You don't want to see her hit it right at somebody. Hit into a lifted health double play. I'd like her to find a hole out there. And that's upstairs, ball 3. And another Mons Merch payoff pitch upcoming.
Yeah, Mons Merch payoff pitch upcoming with runners on first and second and only 1 out.
It's a Rossbecker strikeout. Got her looking. And there's 2 away. Both via the Rossbecker strikeout as Yetzer will come to the plate. A golden opportunity here. If she can find a hole in the outfield to put a ball. Beavers as a team have good eyes at the plate. And Primavera kind of caught sleeping on that play as a double steal.
Oh, man. She was safe.
She slid underneath the tag. It was a good call. And now we have both runners in scoring position, second and third. A little 2-out magic here, forcing the issue.
Yeah, that's a huge steal from the Beavers. I mean, and, out there would have put them out of the inning. So,
Primavera comes right back, evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
runners on second and third, and a big hit from Yetzer would make Beaver Nation erupt.
There's a little blooper up through the middle and through. Casey's Express base hit. They're going to throw to home. I'm surprised Yetzer didn't go down to second on the play. But a 2 RBI Casey's Express single from Yetzer, and the Beavers have a 2-0 lead as 2 Corner Bar and Grill runs come across the plate. Bling, bling.
Yes, there it is. And we are going early here, Dewey. So now Beaver Nation is all fired up, and I got to hear the coin noise.
That'll bring Kemp to the plate. Starting first baseman for the Beavs. And she lines it down the line in right field. And that's going to score Yetzer as Rico's on her way to third. They're going to get it in. Throw comes into home, but it's an RBI triple. Peace be at the Hive triple for Kemp. First pitch swinging there, Sam, and she laced it right down the right field line.
Yeah, with 2 outs on the board. So, talk about pressure right now. I mean, maybe it started with those runners actually advancing, and then next thing you know, now Corry swinging at a whole bunch of pitches and getting what they want. So, looks like we have a Jim's Automotive timeout right now. Just kind of talking some things over with the pitcher. I'm sure that she's got plenty of game left.
I'm sure. As another Corner Bar and Grill run comes across the plate. Bling.
Yes, thank you, Dewey.
So it is 3-0 as the Beavers are hanging a big old ugly crooked number on the Corry Federal Credit Union scoreboard here. As that's just what you want to do, have a shutdown inning at the top of the first. You come right in the bottom, and you put a big number up, and then you just repeat. Do that again and again. Keep putting zeros up on defense and keep putting additional runs up when you get the opportunity to.
Yeah, and Corry hasn't had back-to-back losses this year, so I wondered how they would come out here today after that, and boy oh boy, Dewey, they're not messing around. So
yeah, they are definitely grabbing the sticks and swinging with authority. As Moats will step up here to the plate now, and she takes a first pitch strike. So Primavera comes right out of that Jim's Automotive timeout, throwing strikes. She'll rock and fire here. And Moats puts that into the backstop for an 0-2 count.
Yeah, things could have changed so quickly if Seneca got that tag out at third. Runner couldn't go anywhere else as second base was then occupied. And, here, I don't know. Here it is, 3-0.
0-2 and another single into right field. And that's going to get another run in as the Beavers make it 4-0. Bling!
Are you doing that solely just to make me laugh? Or are you doing it for Billy?
I don't have the button to press, so I do my best to improvise.
Is this your way of trying to make the sales pitch to Billy? Say, hey, send me that sound effect, man.
I'll find a way to get it.
Yeah.
That brings Gertie to the plate, and she pops up just out of play. And that'll be a harmless Utex Body Shop foul ball for strike 1.
Yeah, Seneca is a very good team, and, for Corry to start off here 4-0, very, very encouraging here for the Beavers.
Beavers with 4 hits in this inning, along with a walk. And that's a nice play there by the second baseman for the 4-3 putout. That will end the inning. But the Beavers strike for 4 runs here in the bottom of the first. We'll head to the top of the second and be back right after this.
Box It and Lock It offers indoor climate-controlled self-storage units and portable self-storage containers. With 3 locations in Clymer, Corry, and Jamestown, Box It and Lock It has a storage solution to meet your needs. Both of our indoor climate-controlled locations feature automatic motion sensor lighting, 24/7 video monitoring, online rentals and bill pay, phone app access to the facility, and 24/7 access via our high-tech keypad and kiosk rental systems. Box It and Lock It also offers portable self-storage containers that can be delivered to your front door or place of business. Let us bring the storage facility to you. Store on site at our location or have us move your container to a destination of your choice. Contact us today at 855-450-3990 and visit our website at www.boxitandlockit.com. Also, find us on Facebook and Instagram.
And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd with Sammy Fisher, and we're in the top of the second inning, brought to us by Epiphany's Emporium. Leading off for the Bobcats is going to be Goshling, Kozorowski, and Oleski. And then Kibbe, and then Archer is a flex player playing right field. She's not batting. The designated player is Kozorowski. As Gertie in the circle, rocks and fires inside for ball 1.
So where's Seneca at in the batting lineup again?
The number 6 batter.
All right, so they've worked their way through the batting lineup a little bit.
Popped up.
Caught.
And Moats goes out of her catcher stance, and another pop up in foul territory results in a out.
Yeah, she had got out there quick. I mean, able to, find the ball very quickly and then reaching out, able to make that play. And, again, that's a quick out here for Seneca.
Well, here's the designated player, Kozorowski, batting in the 7 spot. A little dribbler. Taylor's going to gobble it up at third. And a strong throw. It's a 5-3 putout, and there's 2 quick outs on the board here. As Seneca is up swinging at a lot of early pitches. Oleski will be the next batter for the Bobcats, center fielder.
Yeah, she's lining up towards the back of the batter's box, that left foot almost outside of it.
Foul off the first pitch for strike 1.
Braylon Gertie having a pretty good day so far here in the circle, and this field behind her giving her some help, so Beavers looking pretty good early on.
Swung on and missed. First strike 2. Oleski in the hole now, 0-2. As Gertie looking to rack up another Rossbecker strikeout.
Yeah, and she has a couple pitches to work with here.
That's hit down the left field line and through the infield for KC's express base hit. As they'll keep things moving along here with a little 2-out magic of their own here.
Yeah, and, good job from second base to not make that throw over to first, even though it's tempting. You don't want something bad to happen, so they will eat that one. And
that'll bring Kibbe to the plate for the Bobcats. As Gertie will rock and fire, and that's in there for ball 1. Then back to the top of the order. In Hamill. Seneca comes in with a very good softball team. Swung on a miss. That'll even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that Seneca comes in with a 13-4 record. Something along those lines, as Corry comes in 12-5.
Throw down to second, not in time. And Oleski into second base with a stolen base there.
I think I missed the last pitch there. Did they call ball on that?
2-1. 2-1 on the batter. On Kibbe. As Gertie will toe the rubber. She'll rock and fire. And that's a called strike. Kibbe has a 2-2 count. As Gertie's looking to get out of trouble once again here in the second inning. Beavers with a big lead, 4-0. And that's fouled out of play. And Kibia will live for another swing here. Or another pitch at least. 2-2 on the batter. And again, Gertie puts it in there, and Kibbe fouls it off. Another UTEX body shot foul ball. So we'll do it again with a 2-2 count.
Yeah, so this at-bat is a little bit more extended with the UTEX body shot foul balls. And, Braylon Gertie continues to just keep on attacking that strike zone early on.
And another foul ball, just getting a piece of it, was Gibby. So we'll do it again. Reset and do it with a 2-2 count all over again here. Gertie will rock and fire. And she comes up empty.
Swung
It's a
on.
Ross Becker strikeout to end it as the Beavers get the third out on the wall. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Beavers leading 4-0. Coming to the bat. They're coming to bat.
We think Ross Becker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local. We're knowledgeable. We have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here. You can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd with Sammy Fisher here at the Luhanna Athletic Complex.
Yep.
At the Corry Area High School. And leading off here in the bottom of the second is going to be Irwin, followed by the top of the order, Minio and Bridgham. And Primavera is in the circle for a second inning here for the Bobcats. Beavers struck for 4 hits and 4 runs in that first inning. And Irwin swinging at the first pitch. And it's caught by Farrell. As she just had room inside the fence there, and there's one away.
Yeah, and so that was Sid Minio who was on deck, who had to run up out of the way of that one. But yeah, one quick out now for Seneca. So, see if the Beavers can get rolling here on the sticks again after a quick out.
Yeah, Farrell made a good play there behind the dish to get up and get out there and make the catch. And Minio takes a called strike as she is 1 for 1 on the day. Led things off in the bottom of the first with a Sawyer Builders double. Came around and scored the first run for the Beavers. She takes upstairs for ball 1. And that'll even up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and, I don't believe that Sid Minio looked at very many pitches at her first at-bat.
3.
Yeah, 3 total.
Primavera comes right back, gets ahead, 1-2. As Minio let that one go by. And just missing for ball 2. Evens up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, so Sid Minio still has to protect.
And it's a Ross Becker strikeout. Got her looking. Bottom of the zone for the second out. And that's already the 3rd strikeout on the day for Primavera. As Bridgham will come to the plate. She struck out her first time up on a full count. And she's behind 0-1 here after that first pitch as she let it go by.
Yeah, so it looks like Primavera now is in that rhythm right now, finding the strike zone.
And Jazzy comes up empty on that swing. She's in a deep hole here, 0-2.
Yeah, it looked like maybe she was swinging after the high cheese up there.
That's well upstairs for ball 1. 1-2 now. Primavera rocking fire. And Jazzy gets a little piece of it to put it out of play. UTEC's body shot foul ball. Count will stay at 1-2.
Beavers in the last inning had some 2-out magic. I believe that's when they got all of their 4 runs. But they did have a couple hits in there, so it will be a little bit tougher this time around.
Well, it all starts with the initial get up and go. As again, Bridgham puts it into the backstop for a foul ball. Count stays at 1-2. Yeah, the Beavers had a double. They struck out. They had a walk, another strikeout, and then they strung together a single, a triple, and a single to get those 4 runs home. And Bridgham is down on a Ross Becker strikeout, and that will do it here in the second. And the Beavers stay in front 4-0 after 2 complete. We'll be back in just a bit.
Cafaro's Custom Butchering is a family-owned business located in Sugar Grove, PA. Established in 1959, Cafaro strives to meet all your butchering and meat processing needs. With a combined 55 years of meat cutting experience, Cafaro's crew provides the complete butchering experience in their fully inspected USDA facility. From hauling your animals, walking you through the ordering process with personalized cutting instructions, to processing, packaging, and freezing, Cafaro's does it all. Don't raise your own animals? Cafaro's can provide you with locally sourced beef and pork. Check out their retail freezer trade, ground beef and steaks, pork sausage, bacon, chops, and chicken. Look them up on their Facebook page at Cafaro's Custom Butchering LLC for weekly specials, or for more information, give them a call at 814-489-7844.
And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd. He's Sammy Fisher. And we're into the top of the 3rd inning. Cafaro's Custom Butchering 3rd inning. And Hamill leading things off with a Casey's Express base hit.
Yeah, first pitch that it came in from Braylon Gertie. She had liked it and put that one out towards left field. So a little bit different this time up, as Corry was starting out each inning with, a quick out.
And that'll bring Primavera to the plate. She's doubled her last time up in the first, as it's still early on in this game. Gertie will rock and fire. Swung on a miss. Throw down to second. Goes into center field. Goodwill's there to scoop it up. And Hamill will stay in at second base with a stolen base. So Seneca stays aggressive on the base pass. Gertie checking the wristband. She'll come set in the circle, rock and fire. And that's fouled off. And Primavera is in a hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, trying to help herself out here in the batter's box.
Hit the to Rico, and she can try turn 2. And Hamill safely in at third. So an unassisted put out at first gets the out. There's one away, but the runner's all the way down over to third base on a play from second. So Farrell comes up to the plate, and their first initial run is 60 feet away.
Yeah, got the base runner over there to third, and
Farrell hits a bomb down the left field side, and that's into the tennis courts. And that's just a long UTEG's body shot foul ball for strike 1. She singled her first time up and was stranded at second base in the first inning. But definitely has the power to push it out of the ball field. And that's hit into the gap. That'll score a run off the fence. As Bridgham gets it in, strong throw keeps her to a KC's Express single. as the Bobcats get their first bling across home plate.
Yeah, well, and it is huge that Mara Goodwill was still able to make that throw and hold Farrell there to first, but it's not really too much damage being done.
Matson steps in and takes strike one, as she got rung up looking on her first at-bat back in the first. Gertie's going to rock and fire here, and that's hit right up the middle. Yets are able to knock it down, and they get the put out at second.
Oh.
As Yetzer bobbled it a little bit. Matson safely aboard on the fielder's choice, and there's 2 outs on the board.
Yeah, that was pretty close there at second, but made that much shorter throw, and so it's a good play from Yetzer, and now that's going to put 2 away.
Even a better play by Minio to corral that pit underhand throw.
Yeah.
As Russ steps up to the plate, takes ball 1. And she lined out to Bridgham in left field to end the first inning, her first time up, as Bridgham made a nice diving catch there in left field, as the Bobcats were threatening with 2 runners aboard. Gertie's going to rock and fire here. Throw down the first as a runner, Matson, dives back into first base. And we have a 2-0 count on Russ.
So Braylon Gertie going to have to, put this near the strike zone.
That's low for ball 3, 3-0.
Now she's got to get back here in the count. Definitely put this in the strike zone. You don't want to have runners on first and second. The Seneca team is a very good team.
That's it right to Yetzer. She double clutches it, but gets the put out at first base. The 6-3 put out will end the inning. Seneca gets 1 back. It's a 4-1 game now. Beavers coming to bat in the bottom of the 3rd right after this.
Our mission at Elwood National Forge is to use our metallurgy know-how to provide critical materials and engineered solutions. Why do we do it? Because we care about making an impact on the industries we serve. We care about our team members, their quality of life, and their safety. We care about providing the highest quality steel to support our mission-critical customers. From hard target penetrators, land-based ordnance, and shipbuilding to power generation, oil and gas, and heavy industrial. At Elwood National Forge, hard work is what we do. Our sense of purpose is why we do it. Come join the team today by going to our job board and find your future career. Elwood National Forge. Results delivered the right way.
Hey everybody, my name is Cameron Atha. I am the lead pastor here at Harvest Community Church, right here in Corry, PA. Inviting you to come hear the glorious gospel of Jesus Christ. Here at Harvest, we live on mission to love God, to love others, and to make disciples. We hope to see you this Sunday at 627 Worth Street in Corry, PA.
And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. He's Sammy Fisher, I'm Dewey Hurd, and we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Goodwill will lead things off here for the Bees, followed by Taylor and Yetzer, as the Beavers are out in front here 4-1 as they look to add on to that lead. Goodwill walked her first time up. Primavera in the circle for a 3rd inning here for the Bobcats, as she'll get the rock and fire here and puts it in there for a called strike. On a very chilly day here at the Corry High School, Sam, and
Yeah.
Beaver Nation out in full force here once again, as that last pitch was a little high for ball 1, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike, but people scattered all across the outfield fence and down the left field line. They're all bundled up in blankets and hoodies. As Goodwill puts it into right center field, and he'll be in there for a Casey's Express base hit.
So that's a good way for the Beavers to get started off here in this inning with their senior leader, Mara Goodwill.
our Corry Higher Ed Spotlight Player of the Game.
Bingo.
And she was swinging or flicking the wrist there a little bit. I'm sure the cold weather has got to feel great on the hands putting bat to ball here today.
Yeah, you know, it'll make them second guess swinging away.
Taylor takes ball one. Taylor struck out looking her first time up on a full count back in the first. As Primavera has done a good job inside the circle so far for the Bobcats. Already with 4 strikeouts. As Taylor puts that out of play for strike one to even count 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Primavera hasn't had too much help from the field so far. Most of her outs, like you said, they were Rossbacker strikeouts. So, you know, that is just a little bit more pressure for her to feel like, you know, she has to get these to some extent.
And should put it right in there for a called strike. And she's getting in front of Taylor now, 1-2. And Goodwill continues to dance on first base here, getting the attention of Farrell.
Yeah, and you know,
catcher.
Something tells me that Farrell has a very good arm back there, and I don't know if I would test her that much.
Taylor fouls that one off first base side. Utek's body shot foul ball. Count stays at 1-2.
But no outs on the board here, and Corry is generally a aggressive base running team.
High fly pop up behind the plate, out of play. So another Utek's body shot foul ball. We'll keep the count at 1-2. Goodwill at first. Taylor trying to advance her and get aboard herself. As Primavera will rock and fire. And it's a Rossbecker strikeout as Taylor goes down swinging.
So now 1 away here for Seneca. And, you know, going back to the Snap Fitness 3 steps to success, have to be able to string these hits together. That's the big goal here for the Beavers, as they did in the first inning.
Yetzer puts down the bunt. That'll move the runner over. And there's nobody on third. And Goodwill's going to get in there as they were late getting somebody to cover third base. Great base running there by Goodwill. And the Beavers have a go-ahead or an assurance run 60 feet away now.
Yeah, that was huge base running IQ there. I mean, you know, I'm sure she had got the go-ahead from the coach saying, hey, you know, there's nobody here on third. You know, run it. And, yeah, she had got out there in time. So there is still 2 outs on the board, but a chance now for the Beavers to get that 1 run back.
Yep, and that brings Kemps to the plate. She tripled her first time up. Piece B at the Hive triple. And she lines it down the first base side, and that's going to be foul for strike 1.
Yeah, and Kemp is making some pretty good contact right now early and often. Would like to make better contact on that last one, but, you know, she is hitting these, so danger zone for Primavera and the Bobcats.
She'll check the wristband, Primavera does, and she's just going to rock and fire. And that's hit down a ton, and it's gone. It's a Lecom Corry Memorial Hospital 2-run homer for Rico. And the Beavers not only add 1, they add 2. Bling, bling.
Reagan Kemp just adding on to her home run totals. And she had a lot of power behind that one as well. And, you know, if you're going to pitch super fast like that, and then you have someone like Reagan Kemp who's been making great contact, has a lot of power, that's the danger that you run into sometimes.
And again, Beavers strike with 2 outs on the board and make it a 6-1 ball game.
So just like that, and there's still 2 outs on the board. So I don't know what it is with the Beavers and 2-out magic, but they're getting it done.
Moats to the plate now. Takes upstairs, ball 1. Moats singled her first time up back in the first and was stranded at first base. And Primavera comes right back, paints the bottom of the zone there to even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moats fouls that one off, pushing the count to 1-2.
The U-Tags Body Shop foul ball, and now Moats is going to have to try to protect here a little bit.
Smash to first base, and a good play there by the first baseman. Unassisted putout will end the inning. There's a great hands there by Russ. Gets them out of the inning. Beavers get 2 runs back, and the lead is now 6-1 as we head to the top of the 4th. But we'll be back right after a few words from some of our sponsors.
I do this because I love it. I love working with my hands. I love working with people. I love watching things transform from what they used to be to what we can make them become. We are a full-service general contractor. We do everything from the ground up. We take pride in the fact that we don't use a lot of subcontractors. We have our own in-house masons, cement, roofers, siders, drywall finishing, electricians. This is our 20th year in business. Our employees mean the world to us. We couldn't do what we do without the guys that we have. And we take pride in the fact that most of the guys that have been here for a very long time. If you're looking to have a project done, feel free to reach out to us.
And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. Top of the 4th inning. 4th inning brought to us by K&E Surveyors. Beavers with a 6-1 lead here. And, Sam, they just need to keep on doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Hanging zeros on the scoreboard along with, just a single run here or there. And leading off for the Bobcats is going to be Goshling, followed by Kozarowski and Oleski. And Gertie puts it in there for a called strike.
So now Braylon Gertie getting ahead here in the count. And, this is exactly what the Beavers need, is to capture that early lead. Oh, it's lifted up.
And there's Goodwill in center field. Makes the catch, and there's one away.
And so now another quick out here for the Beavers. But, this is exactly what they need to do, is just, continue to play well out there in the field, make those right decisions, and then, just add in some more runs here and there and get out of here with a victory. Braylon Gertie having a pretty good day in the circles so far, too.
She misses outside with ball 1 there on Kozarowski. And it comes back on inside corner, missed there as well for a 2-0 count. The JV team played yesterday, Sam, and they split with Harbor Creek. As that pitch is fouled off into the backstop for strike 1. 2-1 now.
You say that they split with Harbor Creek?
Yeah, they played a doubleheader. They lost the first one 3-0. Came back and won the second one 3-2.
All right. Well, that is how you respond right there.
Lifted down the right field line. Irwin going back, making a nice running catch. And that's the second Vern's Garage out of the inning.
Great job there from Molly Irwin, being able to track that one down. She has the glove on her right hand, so, was able to reach across her body, kind of caught it front-handed a little bit. So good grab.
Great play there in right field. She read it well off of the bat, as Oleski will come to the plate now. She singled her first time up, and she's way out in front of that changeup for strike 1.
What a start so far from the Beavers. Quite the answer after losing the last 2 games, and this is how you want to respond, and this is exactly what your coaches want to see.
Just inside for ball 1, even to count 1 ball, 1 strike. Gertie will settle in on the circle here, rocks and fires, and that's popped up, and Yetzer will take care of it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Beavers out in front 6-1. And we'll be back right after this.
The mission at Crossroads Fellowship is to invite people into a life-changing relationship with Jesus Christ and to build a vibrant, loving community where all can experience His grace and truth. They are committed to being a place where everyone, regardless of background, can encounter the hope, peace, and purpose found in Jesus. Through authentic worship, compassionate service, and a genuine connection, Crossroads Fellowship aims to inspire and equip people to follow Jesus Christ and share His love with the world. Crossroads now offers 2 Sunday services starting at 9 a.m. and at 10:45 a.m. Children and youth care are provided complete with clearances. Crossroads Fellowship, we're better with you here. 17721 Route 89 in Corry.
Welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. We're here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 4th inning brought to us by K&E Surveyors. I'm Dewey Hurd, and he's Sam Fisher. And the Beavers are out in front 6-1. And leading off is going to be Gertie here for the Beavs. As Primavera is in the circle for the 4th inning here. A little pop-up, and Primavera just going to take it herself. And there's one away. And she has done a ton of work out there for the Bobcats, Sam.
Yeah.
She's got 5 strikeouts. She's got a pop-up that she caught. She also has a 1-3 put-out back in the 3rd. So Irwin's going to step in here. As she popped up to the catcher her first time up as she was swinging at the first pitch. Farrell made a great play to make the catch. As she swings through the first pitch for strike 1.
Yep, Molly Irwin looking for some slap hitting as she has in multiple games. Starts towards the back of the batter's box and comes up on the pitch.
And she lets that go. Evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I've never ever tried to attempt slap hitting in my life, but I do feel like when you have different pitchers who pitch with different speeds, you have to get your timing up right.
And she slaps that one foul, pushes the count to 1-2. The years that I played softball, Sam, it was slow pitch.
Yeah.
A couple years I played, it was 6 foot minimum unlimited, and then I played 6 to 9 feet was the range that we usually played in.
Wow, so you didn't even have somebody throwing in heaters?
No, it was slow pitch. It was all underhand pitching. As Irwin down with a Rossbecker strikeout, and there's 2 away here. As the strikeout total is up to 6 now for Primavera. And it's back to the top of the order in Mineo, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Doubled in the first, scored the first run for the Beavs, and struck out her last time up in the 2nd.
Yeah, she's going to look to hit for that Sawyer Builder double again. But, she can't really hesitate on some of these pitches. If you notice in that first at bat, she had knew right from the get-go that she wanted to swing away at it.
She fouls that one off, and that'll even up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
But, yeah, and then in her last at bat, like you had mentioned, had been struck out, but I believe she was struck out looking.
Yep, struck out looking on a 2-2 count. And the count goes to 1-2 after another foul ball into the backstop. Oh, this game moving along quickly here. Beavers had a big first inning, scored a couple of more runs in the 3rd on the Lecom Corry Memorial Hospital home run from Kemp. And Mineo down on strikes will do it here for the Beavs here in the 4th. And we'll head to the top of the 5th, but we're going to have a couple words from some of our sponsors and be back right after this.
Bracken Funeral Home, located at 315 North Center Street, is proud to provide quality funeral and cremation services to the Corry area. They are honored to be able to assist families in their time of grief when the loss of a loved one occurs. The staff at Bracken Funeral Homes extends their compassionate and expertise in traditional, graveside, memorial, cremation, and pre-planning funeral services. Bracken's caring staff can also answer questions regarding Social Security benefits, insurances, veterans benefits, and grief counseling. For questions regarding further information, please call Bracken Funeral Home at 814-664-7735. Bracken Funeral Home. They listen, they advise, they support.
And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd with Sammy Fisher. We're in the top of the fifth. Fifth inning brought to us by Corry Redevelopment Authority. And Gertie back out in the circle for another inning here as Kibbe will lead things off here for the Bobcats. And down low for ball one. Kibbe struck out her first time up on a 2-2 count to end the second inning. And then it's back to the top of the order for the Bobcats here with Hamill and Primavera. As Gertie misses upstairs with ball two.
Yeah.
2-0.
So first pitch was a little bit low. Second one is high, and now she's going to try to put that
Split
one
the
in
difference.
the middle. Yeah.
And she paints the riverbank. And that pushes the count to 2-1.
Dewey, were you saying Riverbank before I ever started commentating with you?
Nope.
No? Well, you're welcome.
That's something you brought to the broadcast.
Yes, let's go.
And Kibbe fouls that one off. That's going to even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, to be fair, Dewey, not to cut you off, but I didn't bring it to the broadcast. Scott did. I just brought it to you, so you're welcome.
Well, thank you. Well, Scott and I don't get to do a lot of games together, so
yeah,
thanks for sharing that little tidbit.
Of course.
And again, Gibby puts another UTEX body shot foul ball out of play. Count will stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes here.
Yeah, Braylon Gertie has battled back here in this count, and yeah, now looking to put this one away.
Popped up again in foul territory. Another UTEX body shot foul balls. The count stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gertie checks the wristband. Rocks and fires. And that's a little upstairs for ball 3. And that's a full count, and we will have a Mons Merch payoff pitch coming.
Yeah, that last pitch from Braylon Gertie kind of got away from her a little bit. So now going to see if she can give the batter something to really look at here.
And that's chopped towards first base. Kemp will just tag her out as she comes down the first base line. It's an unassisted put out, and that's the first Vern's Garage out of the inning.
Yeah, well, however you can get it done, right? If you can make the tag or if you can make the toss over to first, and she made the safer option and got the first Vern's Garage out.
And it's back to the top of the order in Hamill, who's 1 for 2 on the day. And that's down low, ball 1. Bobcats coming through the lineup for the 3rd time here, Sam. Hamill with the lone run scored for the Bobcats as she singled in the top of the 3rd. And she chops this to Yetzer, who gobbles it up and throws across. And she calls her safe.
Oh, they called safe.
Yeah. That'll be an infield hit. Casey's Express infield hit for Hamill as she's 2 for 3 on the day.
And I know that Yetzer kind of, gathered herself just a little bit after corralling that one, but, it looked like she had some time to make the throw, and, I thought maybe she got it, but it was close.
And you're going to call her safe at second.
I couldn't hear exactly what the umpire said, but he had gave an explanation.
he said that she slid in, and then you came around and tagged her on top. So in there safely is Hamill with another stolen base here. On the late tag from Yetzer. And that's going to be blooped into right field. Irwin don't come up with it cleanly, and that's going to score a run. And Primavera with a Casey's Express single. And Seneca gets their second bling across the plate. And it's a 6-2 ball game.
Yeah, a huge run for them. And so right now there's only one out on the board. Beavers are going to have to try to find a way to get that second one and try to alleviate some of this pressure.
And that first pitch to Farrell missed. So it's a 1-0 count. As Gertie will rock and fire here. And that's down low. Throw down to second. And that's in plenty of time to get the out. So the 2-6 throw down will get the second out on the wall as Seneca stays aggressive on the base pass. So another Vern's Garage out on the book, and Seneca's got a 2-0 count on Farrell.
That's a huge throw from Moats, by the way. I mean, being able to get that second out now is huge.
Chop to Yetzer, and she gets rid of it quickly, and it's a 6-3 put out. Seneca gets one run back, but we're going to head to the bottom of the fifth. Beavers lead it now 6-2, and we'll be back right after this.
Kearney and Ruth Law Office has been serving the Corry and Union City community since 1994. They concentrate in estate planning, estate administration, residential and commercial real estate transactions, and business law for LLC and corporations. Contact the Kearney and Ruth Law Office to set up your appointment today. 814-665-2301 in Corry or 814-438-2522 in Union City.
When you need health care, you deserve a health system that takes a whole-person approach to medicine for you and your family. Whether you need the expert care of our hospitals, the specialized knowledge of our clinical practices, the compassionate support of our behavioral health network, or our continuum of services for seniors, you can rely on LeCom Health. Founded in Erie, invested in Erie, advancing health care in Erie. LeCom Health, whole-person care for a lifetime.
Welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd with Sammy Fisher, and we're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Fifth inning brought to us by the Corry Redevelopment Authority. Beavers out in front 6-2 here, Sam. And leading off is Bridgham, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Both strikeouts, and once in the first, once in the second, as she leads things off here against Primavera. As a swinging bunt there, Bracken Funeral Home bunt attempt, and it's foul for strike one.
Yeah, and so throughout this game, we've seen Jazzy Bridgham try to swing away, and looks like she was given a different call from coach.
And that's going to bring the third baseman well in in the infield here at third base. And she does it again, bunts it back to Primavera. And she fields it cleanly, and it's a 1-3 put out, and a very quick Vern's Garage out in the book. As Primavera has done a nice job from inside the circle here, Sam. 7 strikeouts, a pop-up, and 2 1-3 putouts. So she has just been a defensive force for the Bobcats here today.
Yeah, she has been. She's been huge for them, getting all those outs. And, I mean, right now it's going to take a little bit more to try to put the Beavers away.
Goodwill looks at the first pitch there for a called strike. Goodwill 1 for 1 on the day, a walk and 2 runs scored. And that's upstairs to even account 1 ball, 1 strike. Beavers scoring 4 in the first, 2 in the third, and Seneca scoring 1 in the third and 1 in the fifth. And that's how we've gotten to that 6-2 score here. And Goodwill in a hole here now, 1-2.
Yeah, and you can just see in Mara Goodwill swing. She's still trying to aim for the fences with every single swing. And so, you know, if she does make contact, that could be trouble. But right now has to protect.
Oh, got her looking with a Rossbecker strikeout, and there's 2 away.
That was thrown a little bit low, but caught the strike zone, and I'm sure that Mara Goodwill would like to have that one back, but now it's Ava Taylor up to bat with 2 outs on the board.
So Seneca looking to have a 1-2-3 inning and get back on the sticks and try to cut into that lead that the Beavers have. But Primavera misses with the first pitch there for ball 1. Taylor 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Struck out last in the 3rd. She fouls that one out of play for strike 1, even up to count 1 ball, 1 strike. This will wrap up the regular season for the girls as they will await for the brackets to come out and see where they get placed in the playoffs. Again, Taylor fouling it off, pushing the count to 1-2 now. Also, the boys finished up yesterday getting a big win down in Conneaut against the Eagles as they pushed back to near 500 at the end of the season. Let's see if they qualify for the playoffs as well. Taylor takes upstairs, ball 2, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. All the runs that the Beavers scored here today, Sam, have been with 2 outs on the board.
Yeah, and that's a crazy crazy stat, but it's so true. So we'll see if they can get anything going.
Taylor stays alive with another UTEX body shot foul ball. Count will stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Ava Taylor, she's in this 4th spot. She can hit with a lot of power as well. But recently she's been dealing with a little bit of a slump there on the sticks. So would love to see her get it going here.
Again, another UTEX body shot foul ball. Count will stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, just watched her early on in the season, following up after Mara Goodwill. I mean, it can be a very dangerous combination. I watched Mara hit a home run and then Ava Taylor right after her.
Well, she lines it through shortstop into left field, and she's aboard with a Casey's Express base hit. And here come the Beavers again with 2 outs.
Yep, right on schedule.
It's their 6th hit of the day. As Yetzer will come to the plate. She's 1 for 2. Singled her first time up in the 1st and hit into a 1-3 putout her last time up in the 3rd. And she fouls the first pitch out of play. Hits the top of the press box here. And we got some bleacher music.
Yeah, our first bleacher music call of the day. And I don't know if we were able to pick that one up on the broadcast, but it was beautiful.
Well, we've had a lot of it deterred this year as they put some extra fencing up to block the balls from getting into the track and field events. Yetzer takes outside for ball 1 there. Evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's upstairs, and Farrell fakes the throw, and Taylor able to scamper back into first base. Beavers keeping the pressure on. 2-1 on Yetzer. I don't think Farrell's shy about getting the ball into play there.
Not at all. She's not. She's standing up after every single pitch, looking for that throw, and she does have the arm to get there. We've seen that.
Well, it's 3-1 on Yetzer now. Primavera will rock and fire, and that's lined right back to her, and that will end the inning as the Beavers are unable to get anything going here in the 5th. So we'll take a break and be back at the top of the 6th in just a bit.
Hey guys, it's Jason from Mon's Merch. And if you're like me, you like to see your name on a lot of things. Whether it be on some cups, maybe even some hats. We can even do earmuffs. We can do socks. Cutting boards? Yeah, we can do that too. Knives, please be careful. ties, even shoes. So if you have a club, if you have a business, if you're at a sporting event, if you're just wanting to see yourself somewhere, stop on down to Mons Merchant to see me. Because not only can we give you customized clothing, but customized merchandising. And by the way, did you know that we do awards? Because I took first place in my own tournament someplace, but I was really good at it. Stop on down, see me. Jason, Mons Merch, right in the center of Corry. Good luck, Corry Beavers.
And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream as we get into the top of the 6th inning, brought to us by the Corry Community Foundation. Leading off is Matson, and she hit a screamer to Yetzer, who knocked it down at short, unable to corral it and get a throw to first base, but it'll be a leadoff Casey's Express base hit for Matson as the Bobcats gets things rolling here in the 6th, and the ball gets away from Moats on that play, and that'll allow Matson to get down to second.
Yeah, and the Beavers got to be careful here, Dewey. You know, there's no outs so far as they just started the top of the 6th inning, and, you know, 4 runs really is not a whole lot of insurance. So, you know, a runner now in scoring position, you have to be careful here.
And a 2-0 count on Russ, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Hit into a 6-3 putout to end the 3rd, her last time up. And she chops that one foul. That'll push the count to 2-1. But we just need to make sure that we secure the outs.
Yes.
The Bobcats are down to their last 6 outs in the ball game here. Beavers have a little wiggle room here. That's going to be lined into left field. And the throw's going to come all the way to home. And Russ is going to be held to a single, but it's a Casey's Express RBI single as the Bobcats get another run home. Bling! To make it 6-3 as they have strung back-to-back hits together here.
Yeah, no outs so far. So, you know, Beavers just have to continue to make those plays that they were making, you know, and I mean, it is easier said than done because they were making a lot of plays. So, you know, have to be able to continue to do that here to finish. Looks like we have a courtesy runner. I'm not sure who it is.
Yeah, Russ is coming. Russ is the one that's going to the bench, and I don't think that's a courtesy runner. She's a first baseman. I don't think you can have a courtesy runner come in. We're going to have a Carney and Ruth pitching change here.
Whoa. As
Coach William has come out, and Kemp is going to come into the circle here in relief of Gertie.
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, you know, didn't have to see very much. Braylon Gertie's been having a pretty good day today, but, you know, Macy Kemp can close out games, you know, so this could be a huge change. It might throw off Seneca, and, you know, Coach Williams knows what she's doing right now.
Well, Kemp's going to come in. She's going to face Goshland, Kozarowski, Oleski, and Kibbe. But back-to-back hits given up here in the top of the 6th, and Coach Williams has said, I've seen enough. I want to get a different pitcher in there to see if we can't get some outs and not let this game get away from us.
Yeah, and, you know, it is that aspect that's like, hey, there is still no outs on the board. So, you know, back-to-back hits isn't going to, you know, be the biggest deal. But, you know, you don't want this to get into a situation where all of a sudden Seneca's looking up with only, you know, a couple runs that they need to get back in.
So Macy Kemp will take the toe on the rubber in the circle. And she'll face Gosselin, and she's going to have to play to first, and she can't make a good throw to Minio. And that's going to allow runners to get on the corners here.
So an effective bunt. Looked like maybe there was a little bit of some miscommunication on who potentially had the ball there, but either way, you know, quickest one to get to it was Macy Kemp. Just couldn't make the throw.
That'll bring up the designated player, Kozrowski. Shows bunt. Pulls it back, but it was in there for a called strike, as Gosselin will go down to second base on the play.
So Macy Kemp has some pressure on her right now as a runner is now on second. So 2 runners in scoring position.
That's a little low for ball 1. Eaves up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, 1 run already across and 2 in scoring position here. Seneca threatening to put a crooked number on the scoreboard here. That's chopped foul down the first base side, and that'll put her in the hole now, 1-2.
So Corry got the start that they were looking for, but now they just need to be able to finish off the game. And, you know, it's going to have to start here with, you know, it's some kind of out, you know, whether it's first or getting the leadoff runners.
That last pitch missed for ball 2, evens it up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kemp toes the rubber, working quickly in the circle. It's a Rossbecker strikeout, and there's 1 away.
A huge Rossbecker strikeout. You know, I just got done mentioning that, you know, they needed 1 from somewhere, anywhere, and Macy Kemp comes in and gets it herself.
That'll bring Oleski to the plate. She's 1 for 2 on the day. Popped up to shortstop her last time up. And she chops this one foul down the first base side. And Seneca stays aggressive in the batter's box as the first pitch swinging again. Sometimes that helps the defense out. Sometimes it doesn't. But Seneca stays true to themselves and trying to put the ball in play. She swings through that pitch for an 0-2 count. As Kemp has her in the hole now, 0-2. Kemp will rock and fire. Through the infield, that's going to score another run, maybe 2. And they're going to have her in a pickle, trying to run her down. Can't make the play, and the run's going to score. And the ball's going to get away, and it's going to come around and score again. Skoleski had a base hit, and she's going to come all the way around to score. And we have 3 more runs come in, and it's a 6-6 ball game with just the 1 out.
Man, oh man. Just like that, being able to put up 3 runs, and you know, the Beavers just weren't able to make the throws.
Oh, Kemp comes right back on Gibby here and puts the first pitch by her for strike 1. Seneca stays aggressive on the base paths, trying to make the Beavers make a play, and they were unable to do so. Kemp again rocks and fires. And that's outside, ball 1. 1-1 on Kibby. The number 9 hitter in the order, as it'll turn over to the top of the order in Hamill. Bases are clear right now. That's chopped down the first base side. Kemp will pick it up and have another tag out, unassisted put out for the second out. And that's twice in a row on Kibby.
Seeing a little bit of deja vu for her.
In back-to-back innings. So back to the top of the order in Hamill, who's 2 for 3 on the day with 2 runs scored. And sharply hit down the first base side for strike 1. A harmless Utex body shot foul ball.
Yeah, first base coach had to, you know, dodge out of that one. But Macy Kemp, I mean, she was given a tall task, and right now still has some work to do.
That's lined off of Kemp. And Hamill beats it out down the first base side for a infield Casey's Express base hit as she goes 3 for 4 on the day. And the 8th batter, Primavera, is going to come to the batter's box here in this inning, as the Beavers are still looking for that elusive 3rd out. Just a tick outside for ball 1. So Kemp comes set, rocks and fires. And that's outside as well. Ball 2. 2-0. Primavera is 2 for 3 on the day. Singled her last time up. Come up big, empty on that big swing. Pushing the count to 1-2. I'm surprised Hamill hasn't tried to get down to second base yet. She is the go-ahead run at first base. And that's smashed right at Minio. And she nonchalantly puts the 4-3 put out in the books. And the top of the 6th is done. Seneca gets 4 runs back to make it a tie ball game. Beavers coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th right after this.
When life throws you a dent, scratch, or worse, UTAG's Body Shop is here to get you back on the road. Family owned and operated since 1968, we're proud to be a third-generation business. We've built our reputation on honesty, craftsmanship, and treating you like one of our own. From fender benders to major collision work, our expert team works with all major insurance providers, so you don't have to sweat the small stuff. We've spent over 50 years earning your trust, and we back it up with quality work and 100% customer satisfaction. At UTAGS, you're more than a customer, you're part of the family. Call us today at 814-663-2562 to schedule your appointment. UTAGS Body Shop, built on trust, backed by quality.
And welcome back here to the Deeds Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd with Sammy Fisher here on the call. And bottom of the 6th inning here, brought to us by the Corry Community Foundation. And we're all tied up, Sam, 6 apiece.
Yeah.
As the Beavers give up 4 runs in the top of the 6th there. And we're all tied up at 6 here. And the Beavers will have Kemp, Moats, and Kemp to come to the batter's box here in the bottom of the 6th. As the Beavers look to regain that lead.
Yeah, and so right now we do know that Seneca is still going to have one more at-bat, but Corry's going to know what they need to get in order to win this game. So right now, just try to do whatever you can do to push that lead.
Kemp hits it softly to the shortstop, comes up throwing. It's a 6-3 put out, and there's one away.
So 1 pitch in, and a put out now to first is going to give Seneca their first out. So now Corry is down to their last 5 outs as well, unless, it is extended.
Well, here comes Moats, 1 for 2 on the day. Hit a sharp one to Russ at first base, her last time up in the 3rd. And she takes upstairs, ball 1. As Primavera is in the circle again here for the Bobcats, as she's gone the distance. And still throwing smoke. And that's a tick low for ball 2, 2-0.
Yeah, and the Beavers have to try to find a way to recapture that momentum that they had in the first half of this game.
Primavera paints the bottom of the riverbed there, bottom of the zone for a called strike, 2-1. I didn't see it on the riverbank there. It was like just in the bottom of the zone. That's why I said riverbed.
Yeah, I got you.
And that's well upstairs for ball 3, 3-1. As Moats looks to get aboard as the go-ahead run. Got to find a way to get yourself aboard one way or the other. And Primavera comes back and gets it to a full count. And we will have a Mons Merch payoff pitch upcoming. Primavera battling back from a 3-1 count here. And Moat stays alive, getting a piece of that one. And we'll do it again with another Mons Merch payoff pitch upcoming.
And the Beavers would definitely love to have a hit here or a walk. Either way, they will take it. But you don't want to have to do all of your work with 2 outs again.
Well, they've done well with 2 outs. They scored all 6 runs with 2 outs on the board. And a soft hit to first. It's a 3 unassisted put out at first for the second out. as Russ nonchalantly picks it up, steps on first base, and there's 2 on the board now.
So now the Beavers can go back to work now that there's 2 outs on the board.
Macy Kemp come to the batter's box for the first time here. It'll be Kemp and Irwin, then back to the top of the order. And Kemp comes up empty on that first swing for an 0-1 count.
Yep, line it up towards the back of the box there.
And that's low and inside for ball 1. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
So like you mentioned, Dewey, I mean, this is Macy Kemp's first time seeing Primavera, and it's a big moment in the game here.
And that's high and outside. Ball 2, 2-1. Primavera rock and fire, and that's upstairs for a 3-1 count. I will have to say one thing. Primavera seems like she kind of finds the zone for a while and then loses it for a minute or 2 and then comes right back and works it into another full count here as Kemp puts that into a UTEX body shot foul ball, and we're going to have another Mons Merch payoff pitch upcoming.
Yeah, when those pitches count the most, like right now, she normally throws the strikes.
And that's inside. That's ball 4. A Crossroads Fellowship walk, the second one of the day. And the Beavers extend the inning with 2 outs on the board here. Irwin to the plate now, 0 for 2 on the day. As she's looking to extend this inning and get it back to the top of the order. As you like to say, Sam, a second primary or leadoff hitter.
Yeah.
As she swung through that first pitch for strike 1.
Yeah, and, you know, with her being 0-2 right now so far, she is due, and the Beavers could definitely use a big hit right now.
Little blooper into right field, and it's caught out there to end the inning. Good catch there by the right fielder. And we will head to the top of the 7th, still tied at 6. Back after this.
The Corry Manor has proudly served the Corry, Union City, and Clymer areas since 1980. Whether care is needed for a short period of time or you have decided to call the Corry Manor home, the Corry Manor is grateful you have chosen them. For over 50 years, the Corry Manor and their HCF family has maintained a tradition of caring by compassionately providing care for each of their residents and families like their own. For more information, give them a call today at 814-664-9606 or visit them online at www.corrymanor.com. The Corry Manor, a tradition of caring. Need a reliable contractor? Sawyer Builders General Contracting is your local expert. Sawyer Builders handles new construction, remodels, garages, roofing, and more. Quality work, on time, and within budget. Call Talon today at 814-462-4628. Sawyer Builders. Let's build your dream together.
And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd with Sammy Fisher, and we're in the top of the 7th inning, brought to us by the Relevant Church. All tied up at 6, Sam. Beavers scored often and early, and the Bobcats scored often a little later. And we're all tied at 6 here as Farrell will lead it off for the Bobcats. And she's 2 for 3 on the day. And it takes down low for ball 1.
Yeah, and so most of the work for the Bobcats, it was done in that last inning when they were able to put up 4. But, I mean, other than that, they've been held in check for the most part.
And that's an HBP. And that got Farrell on the left hip. And the leadoff batter is aboard. And that's the first free base of the day for the Beavers. Given up. As they had no walks. And just that one HBP here. And that'll bring Matson to the plate. And she started things off in the 6th with a single. And Russ followed it up with a single. And then all sorts of chaos broke loose after that.
Yeah, and it looks like we have a new runner in there for Farrell as well.
And that's ball 1 on Matson. As the Bobcats look to get their first lead of the game as they have the go-ahead run on at first base.
Yeah, but, good news for the Beavers is that they will see exactly what they need, and they're going to have to aim for something and plan accordingly.
Throw down to second, and my goodness,
Woo!
that was out from yesterday. Moats with a cannon down there gets the first out on the board. It's a 2-6 put out at second base for the first out. Or throw down, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
That's how you throw a strike, and then you toss them out. As that's fouled off play down the first base side, and Matson in the hole now, 1-2.
Yeah, and this inning just flipped extremely quickly. I mean, you had a leadoff runner aboard, and now all of a sudden, get the out on that.
And a Rosbecker strikeout, and there's 2 away.
Man,
Macy
oh man.
Kemp with a nasty change up there. Got her to swing. And Bobcats down to their last out here as Russ will come to the plate. And she's 1 for 3 on the day. Singled her last time up and scored in the 6th. And she belts that down the first base side, foul for strike 1.
Macy Kemp with a chance here to get 3 quick outs on the board, and I mean, that would be huge because we would understand that the Beavers would just need 1 run to win this game.
Kemp slowed it down and bounced it in there for ball 1. That'll even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. It's a high possibility, too, that we could probably see extra innings here. That's lined through the right side for a base hit. And, nearly a put out at first base by Irwin. Great heads-up play there. And Rico just couldn't handle the throw. I think it hit the palm of her glove. She says she's all right, but a great piece of hitting there by Russ. And Irwin about erased her from the outfield.
Yeah, and that's the benefit of being over there on the right field side. You have the chance to maybe make that throw.
Gosling swings at the first pitch, puts it into a UTEX body shop foul for an 0-1 count. And give Seneca credit. They are continuing to apply pressure here. It is a chilly day out there, so I could see where, muscles aren't warmed up all the way. I know it's the 7th inning and we're late in the game, but still, I mean, a lot of sitting around and waiting for things to happen, and it's easy to pull something.
Yeah, and, have to be able to stay loose as they have went the distance, and they might have more innings on the way.
Swung on a miss. That's a strike 2. As Gosling down to her last strike here. Kemp has her set in a hole, 0-2. Looking for a Rosbecker strikeout to end the inning and put the Beavers back on the sticks. And that missed somewhere for ball 1. Couldn't tell. But the count's 1-2 now.
1-2 count. Macy Kemp still has a couple of pitches that she can work with here, but, I'm sure that she would take the Rosbecker strikeout now.
And there it is, a Rosbecker strikeout, as you say, Sam, ends the inning. And we head to the bottom of the 7th, still scored at 6. And we'll get a word in from some of our sponsors and be back right after this.
When it comes to asphalt paving services, P2 Paving is second to none. They not only provide high quality and reliable asphalt work, but they also aim to provide their customers with the best level of service possible. Serving all of northwestern Pennsylvania, P2 Paving is the source for your asphalt paving and sealing needs. Whether it's a small home driveway or a large commercial complex, P2 Paving can handle any job. Give them a call today at 814-665-5190 or visit them online at www.p2pavingco.net. Let P2 pave for you.
And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd with Sammy Fisher, and we're in the bottom of the 7th inning, brought to us by the Relevant Church. A tight ball game, 6-6 here, Sam, as you got your getting your getting your fill of softball here today.
Yep, indeed I am. It is a cold one, but I'll tell you what. I mean, both teams right now, they are working at it. They are looking good, and, I mean, we are set for a good finish here.
Primavera will rock and fire, and that's down low to Minio. As Minio leads things off here in the bottom of the 7th, it's Minio, Bridgham, and Goodwill. So top of the order here for the Beavers, as they just need one run to win this one in a walk-off fashion. And that's going to be popped up into right field, and it lands foul by about 3 feet, and that'll even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So the Beavers starting off here with the top of their order, and I mean, this is a big moment, obviously, as they know that they need 1 run to win this game. But, you know, this game right now, I feel like it's big for how they carry that momentum into the playoffs.
Primavera reads the wristband, rocks, and fires. And that's low and outside for ball 2, 2-1. Like I said earlier, Sam, Beavers have a good eye at the plate, making the pitcher put them in there. And Minio comes up empty on that swing to even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hit towards short, gobbled up, and throw out. It's a 6-3 put out for the first Vern's Garage out. And the Beavers are down to their last 2 outs here. And it's kind of funny, they've not done any scoring until they get 2 outs on the board.
Right, and I mean, right now that's kind of the way that it's going for them. They're able to string together some of those hits, but you know, like you had mentioned, it's coming with 2 outs on the board. So when they need it the most, they're able to get it done.
And Bridgham fouls that into the backstop for strike 1. She's 0 for 3 on the day. Beavers working through the lineup for the 4th time here.
And like you had mentioned earlier, for the last time she was up to bat, third base, first base creeping in.
Hit into right field. Off the glove of this right fielder, and Bridgham around first into second. And she's not stopping there. She's going to get all the way around into third. It gets away from the third baseman, and then she's going to stay put.
Okay.
Primavera was there to pick up the loose ball, and it's a sliding in triple. A Peace Be at the Hive triple for Bridgham. And the Beavers making a loud statement here with just the 1 out on the board, and the winning run sitting at third base with Goodwill coming to bat.
And it looks like there's a Jim's Automotive timeout. Looks like they're just talking some things over. We shouldn't see.
Well, Farrell went and asked the field ump a play, and the field ump said safe. So I'm assuming Farrell was asking if maybe if she tagged all the bases correctly or something along the base running venues there. So make sure that she was in there. So not usually you appeal it. You throw the ball to second base to tag second base if you thought she missed second or whatever. But the official said no, she safe at third. And here comes Goodwill to step in here. 1 out on the board. The winning run at third for Goodwill. And she puts it underneath the bleachers for some bleacher music there for strike 1. Goodwill has walked, singled, and struck out and has scored 2 runs here for the Beavers today, as she was rung up looking her last time up in the 5th. And she takes a strike there, and she's in a hole now, 0-2.
So our Corry High Ed Spotlight Player of the Game with a chance to potentially end it here with a runner on third.
Primavera will rock and fire. And that's off the dish for ball 1, 1-2. And Seneca's going to have to come home with the throw on the play to make sure that Bridgham doesn't score from third. As you want to try to get the out, but Bridgham is going to be looking to score the winning run, and now Goodwill's going to step out and reset herself, as Primavera was not on the rubber yet. And now everybody will settle back in. And that's upstairs for ball 2. 2-2 on the batter.
Samara Goodwill's working herself back into this count now after being down 0-2.
Primavera will check the wristband and step in on the rubber. Rocks and fires. And Goodwill puts it out of play. A UTEX body shot foul ball, and the count will stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Both teams today, Sam, have been very aggressive on the base paths. And the Beavers have a prime opportunity to win this one with a runner on at third with just 1 out. And that's inside for ball 3. And now it's gone to a full count, so we will have a Mons Merch payoff pitch upcoming.
The biggest Mons Merch payoff pitch of the game.
Primavera rocks and fires. And that's upstairs for ball 4. A Crossroads Fellowship walk, and they're not going to hesitate as Goodwill will jog down the second. Tried to get in a pickle, but they don't throw it around, and they keep the runners where they're put there. But a Crossroads Fellowship walk will bring Taylor to the plate.
Great job there from Primavera, just knowing, like, hey, I can't afford to throw this ball here to second. I mean, when you have the winning run there at third, you just can't afford to, get too distracted.
So Beavers with runners on second and third, 1 out, and Taylor at the plate, 1 for 3 on the day. And, Sam, I called it before we got into this inning.
Yes, you did.
Taylor was going to come to the plate and hit a bomb here to win it in a walk-off fashion.
Well, let's see if that happens.
She bunts it down to third base side, and they're not going to push the runners anywhere. It's going to be an infield single, and everybody's safe here with the bases loaded with just the 1 out.
So this is also worth mentioning as well, but if you can – work Primavera in that pitch count, you can potentially get a walk and win the game now.
Yeah, a walk-off walk is what it would be. Gets her to the plate, 1 for 3 on the day. Lined out the Primavera her last time up to end the 5th. So here we go, bases loaded, just 1 out. And she takes upstairs for ball 1.
So Beavers in a very advantageous position right now with 1 out and bases juiced.
She's got a good cut on that one, but come up empty. And that'll push the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Good speed down at third base there with Bridgham. If a ball did get by Farrell, very easily get it in on a pass ball. And Yetzer a little late on that as we have more bleacher music here tonight. Yetzer in the hole now, 1-2. And the ever-dangerous Kemp awaiting on deck. Rico already with a Corry Memorial Hospital home run to her credit this game. And Yetzer down on a Ross Becker strikeout. And there's the second out on the board. Beavers down to their last out now, Sam.
Yeah, down to their last out, but again, they still have bases loaded, so tie ball game. And Reagan Kemp right now, she's had Primavera's number in a way, like you had mentioned, a Lecom Corry Memorial Hospital home run.
Upstairs for ball 1. Yes, Kemp has had a triple to lead things off in the first, and she had homered in the third, but then she hit into a 6-3 putout her last time up in the 6th. There's a fly ball into right field, and it's going to get down for a Casey's Express base hit, and it's a walk-off single for the Beavers. They're going to jog it back in, but the game is over on the base hit by Kemp, and the Beavers are going to win this one 7-6. I'm sure they're going to put more runs on the scoreboard from the end of that play. But the Beavers win it in walk-off fashion here, Sam. 7-6, and what a great clutch hitting by Kemp here today as we get into our P2 Paving post-game report and wrap things up tonight.
Yeah.
Starting off with our Healthy Smiles offensive play of the game. I don't care which way you go with it. Reagan Kemp is getting the offensive play of the game. Whether you go with the Lecom Corry Memorial Hospital two-run homer back in the third, or you go with the Casey's Express game-winning hit here in the seventh. It's a Healthy Smiles all the way around for Kemp, as she had multiple hits on the day, one hit short of the cycle, and she gets the W for the Beavers on their home court.
Yeah, I mean, it is just unbelievable what Reagan Kemp was able to do there batting. And, like you had said, you can just kind of take your pick here as you see the Corry girls out there doing the 6-7. And that's, because of what the score would end up being. But, yeah, I mean, both of those hits were huge hits. And, I mean, none of them are more important than the other. So
that'll lead us into our the new Kitchen Village defensive play of the game. And I'm going to go back in the game early. Back in the first inning, ball hit out into left field, and Bridgham laid out, made a nice grab. Jazzy making some noise in the bottom of the first there, making a diving catch for the third out as the Seneca had runners on second and third, and that kept it scoreless. I know it was early, but that was a great defensive play, and that's our choice for the new Kitchen Village defensive play of the game.
And Dewey, I do have one more honorable mention because you know that I love to give them to you, but Rachel Moats, back there behind the dish, she was able to make that throw to second, and had got the tag out on a runner who was coming in, and she had plenty of time to kind of sit there and set up a campfire and wait for runner to get there.
I believe there was the second of the two throwouts at second base from Moats was going to be our choice for the University of Pitt-Titusville game-changing play of the game.
I'm sorry, Dewey.
No, you're good. That was an honorable mention, but I'm going with that play in the seventh inning after a hit by pitch, trying to steal second. Moats threw a rocket down to second base for the second time here. She had two throwouts at second base here tonight, and that was kind of the game-changing moment in the play there as it wiped out the base runner. It got the first out, and it set the Beavers up to get three outs and then get the sticks going in the bottom of the seventh. So the University of Pitt-Titusville game-changing moment was a throw-out from Moats in the top of the seventh for the first out.
Yeah, well, I do love that choice because like you had mentioned, I mean, Beavers, they were looking for those outs, and if my memory is right, I believe that was the second out, and they were desperately looking for them to try to put this game away.
Yep, so that'll lead us into the Deej Experience Sportsmanship Award. That's going to Primavera, the pitcher for the Bobcats, as she did an outstanding job inside the circle tonight. Ended up with 9 strikeouts and a couple 3 or 4 putouts as well, and really kept the Beavers in tow for the most part, and really gave her team an opportunity to get a victory here tonight. But the Beaver sticks were just a little bit too much for them in the end. So that'll be the Deej Experience Sportsmanship Award. And the Karate Chevrolet Player of the Game, I'm going with Rico.
Yeah,
she just did a phenomenal job from the batter's box today. A triple, a home run, a single, just one hit shy of the cycle as she went 3 for 4 on the day, and then a couple of nonchalant plays in the field as she unassistedly made put out after put out at the first base. So Rico, my choice for the Karate Chevrolet Player of the Game.
Yeah, and she was put in those perfect positions to get the Beavers that victory all night long, because I mean really though, when you're set up in a position with 2 outs on the board, you have bases loaded, and you have a chance to come out here and get that game-winning hit. I mean, that just goes to show that a type of player that Rico is. I mean, she was making them all night long, whether it was on the sticks or in the field. She was just put in great positions to help her team win, and that's exactly what she did.
Absolutely, guys. The Beavers got all their runs scored with 2 outs on the board, some clutch hitting, and that's just what they needed to hit their stride with as we await for them to get into the postseason. So For Sammy Fisher, I'm Dewey Hurd. Thanks for tuning us in. We will have coverage coming up, I would imagine, in the playoffs once they are announced. So stay tuned and look us up and find out when we're going to be back on the board again. So until we meet again, we're going to say God bless and good night.